Hi everyone, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate you taking a few minutes and spending your day with me to learn a little bit about what our bodies might need for this week to stay nourished and healthy. So my name is Erin Panor, and if you're new to this channel, this is where I do general oracle card readings for the week that relate to health and nutrition. So basically I will do a card spread for the week, and this week will be August 17th through August 23rd, 2020. I will do a general reading, see what the universe is telling us, what kind of energy we'll be dealing with, and based on what I see in the cards, I will give nutrition advice and food suggestions to help you nourish your body so that it feels loved and appreciated and has more energy to move you through your week a lot more easier. So with that, if you're ready to see what's going on this week, then so am I. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so let's go ahead and get to the reading. What do we need to know? Oh, I'm sloppy shoveling. This is for the week of August 17th through August 23rd, 2020. What can you tell us? What information do you have for us? What energy will we need to know about that will help us know what we need to do to keep our bodies healthy, to be nourished, and to get through our week? What can you tell us? What message do you have for us that will help us help our bodies be healthy and nourished and feel appreciated? So yin, and of course this isn't protective, so this is talking about self-care, and maybe we're not talking about self-care. So this is going to be like our current situation of what's happening. Maybe we're not caring for ourselves the way that we should be. Let me get these out of your way. Okay. And a change in the wind. So in the current environment, things need to change in order for us to be able to see a difference in the situation that's happening right now. So that, which makes perfect sense. And then community, also in protective. So community, when it's in the protection, is we aren't able to get together as a community the way that we probably are used to or would like to be at this time, especially with things changing so much in the world and, having to stay home more. That takes away our time. That's also like self-care, and this is like the nurturing, the feminine. We don't get to do much of that outside of the home, and in order for that to happen, we're going to need to, it's time to change. Things have changed, and we need to figure out how can we be able to take care of ourselves in the situation that is today, what's happening now. So we're going to have to figure that out. And we also, just need to have a stronger sense of community. That's been lost. But there are many different ways where we can find community, even if it's like online and, online groups that you have, or doing virtual things, the Zoom calls, things of that nature. So we still need to be able to stay in touch with people who have our best interests at heart, and people who are like-minded with us that we can relate to, and just be able to feel like we are still part of the whole, right? So let's pull a couple of more cards here. can you give us any more information that will help us to use the what you have shown us in the cards, to use it so that we can make our situations a little bit better? How can we make these changes or adapt a little bit to allow these changes to take place in our lives so that we can be healthy and our bodies can feel loved and appreciated, and help us get through the week of August 17th through the August 23rd, 2020. What else can you tell us? Okay. The Great Gathering. So it's all coming together. Intuitive hits and soul tribe. So this really speaks to me about this community card that we got. And also the change in the wind, to be honest with you. So the changes that are happening, it will all come together, but we do need our soul tribe. And maybe we need to look outside of where we are currently, and if things are changing and we're changing, maybe the tribe that we had before isn't necessarily vibing with us the way that we used to. And it doesn't mean we don't ever get to talk to them again, but maybe we need to find new people from new groups that you know, if we have new interests, then we need to find new people with those new interests as well, so that we can, you know, have people that we relate to and feel like we belong, you know? Okay. So I'm going to pull one more of these just because I feel like I should. Trust your path. Okay. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So that's perfect. So it's really talking to me about support, and we need to just figure out where we are most supported. Who is supporting us the most in our lives, so that we are able to take care of ourselves the way that we're, you know, supposed to be. Self-care is very important, obviously, or you're not going to be able to, your body is just not going to be able to support, especially now what's going on with so many things changing and everybody having to just kind of rearrange how things are being done. So I'm just going to pull a little fairy card for us. Let's just see one more thing. If you have any just inspirational message for us, any words that you would like us to know, any messages that you would like to tell us that could just make us feel good, give us some inspiration for the week of August 17th through the 23rd, 2020, so that we can make any changes that we need and feel your support. Oh, go outside. Okay. That is perfect, right? Go outside. It's time to go outside. Tune into the powerful peace of nature wherever you are and feel at one with your habitat. So, grounded. This is telling me that we need to be grounded. There's so many things up in the air right now, and being able to feel like we belong somewhere, if we're feeling like we don't belong in one particular community anymore and things are changing for us, right? And in order for us to feel like we can be nurtured and we can nurture ourselves, we're looking for somewhere, someone, people, a group. Actually, I don't think it's just someone. I think it's more of a soul tribe, somebody to help us put all of these things together and help us feel grounded. And this literally is go outside, right? Go out in nature, put your bare feet on the ground if you can. Even just taking a walk around your backyard, if you're able to do that, if you have one, We have lots of trails where I live too, so just if you can go outside and do anything at all, that will help you so much. And if you love nature, and we have a lot of trees where I live too. I love to just go out and just even touch the trees, or touch the flowers. See if I can find a little thing of water and put my hands in the water, or anything like that. We have a little fountain too, so sometimes that's also nice. But so yes, this is an excellent message. We need to stay grounded. We need to find our tribe. Things need to change, right? So we need to be nurtured. We need to nurture our bodies. And we're going to do that by finding people who will help us feel grounded, but also grounding ourselves. And that will help us to figure out, we're going to have to dig deep inside of us and figure out, what do we want? Who are we, right? Deep down on the inside, have things changed for me? Do I feel the same way that I used to, or are things changing enough to where, I just need to find another community, another soul tribe to support me and to, just let me be who I am and bring those new values and new beliefs to the forefront, so that I can explore that and get to know that and bring that into who I am now, and that's okay. And that is a really hard thing to do. Nobody likes change, but if you don't do any changing, then you're going to stay the same. And I don't think anybody really wants everything to stay the same. You might think you do, but deep down, when your soul is stirring and things are coming forward, I don't think you really want to stay the same as much as you think you do. At least from experience, that happens for me quite a lot. And I think this is really important too, this trust your path. If you know you would be supported, what would you do? That's kind of what we're talking about with, exploring inside yourself. What would you do? That speaks again to the belief system that you have and where you are going in life. Have you explored things that you haven't in a while? Like maybe things are coming up that you wanted to do long ago that have been left in the past that you've forgotten about, but your soul never did. So I think that is an excellent message. I think that gives us enough information to be able to move forward through the week. And I think that, so there's a few different things going on here, but there's only so much we can work on in a week, right? So I think for the overall message, it would be to mostly go within and figure out what's on the inside. Have things changed? Who are you now? And is there anything that you want to make changes to? And before you do that soul searching, you get grounded. You go outside, do some meditation, do some prayer, whatever you need to do to get grounded so that you can answer your soul stirrings and be able to find a community to help you that's like-minded individuals that will allow you to shine with all these new discoveries that you may be making. So that is what I think I would like to focus on this week. And so I will go ahead and wrap this reading up, and I will meet you back in just a few moments to give you some nutritional advice and maybe some food suggestions on how we can nourish our bodies and help our bodies be able to allow these changes to start taking place. So I'll see you guys in just a few minutes. Thanks. All right, so let's move on to some nutritional advice. And nutritional advice doesn't necessarily have to do just with food. It could also be environmental things, like, for instance, chemicals and toxins, things that you can breathe in, or things that are not so positive, or things that even are positive, right? All of those things can take a toll on our body in a good way or a bad way. And internally as well, our thoughts and our emotions can also bring about certain aspects that can give us a certain positive or negative effect. So for the nutritional advice that I would give this week, the thing that I was feeling the most was where we should try to be grounded. And being grounded really is going to allow you to look more within, at least in my experience. So just as I said, it's not really all food related. The number one thing I would think to do would to be going outside and going for a walk, being in nature, putting your bare feet on the ground, and just feeling the energy exchanging between yourself and the earth, which is just wonderful if you're not used to experiencing that, because you really are of the earth. So you know, that really goes, that's why you get so grounded when you just go outside and put your bare feet in the ground and get to take a moment for yourself to just feel that exchange is a wonderful thing. And so going for a walk will do that. Just looking outside a window if you're not able to get outside, or some pictures on your computer if you're not able to look out a window. All of those things can really go a long way to help you still get that same kind of feeling and give you a moment to just be still. And if I was to give some food suggestions for the grounding portion of it, I would do, so the grounding is like our root chakra, and our root chakra is red. And I would do things like maybe radishes, things that are naturally red and also like kind of have roots, right? The root vegetable kinds of thing, radishes. And I know tomatoes aren't really a root vegetable, but tomatoes, strawberries, those kinds of things, right? Apples. I would try to incorporate some of those into your diet this week, just because that's also going to help ground you, like fresh fruits and vegetables, right? Instead of bringing in the processed foods. So I think the number one food suggestion for me would be to stay away from processed foods as much as you can and eat the fresh fruits and vegetables, especially root vegetables, if you can incorporate those in, and things that are naturally red in color. You can make a beautiful salad with that, right? Leafy green vegetables and some tomatoes and radishes, and if you're so inclined to make your own dressing, if that's possible, then even better. So, and then I would stay away from things that make you feel disoriented, have like kind of brain fog kind of thing. A lot of processed foods do that to me. And also if I'm eating like the wrong kinds of fats, that really does a number on me. So, and dairy sometimes I can eat a little bit of dairy, but I can't like go crazy on it, or I don't feel in connection with even my own body. And I think it's going to be very important for you to be connected in your own body in order for you to be able to go within and get those receptive messages so that you can find out where you need to be in this life right now. Okay? So I think that's pretty much everything. Like I said, it's just a weekly thing. Every week we'll have something new that we can kind of work on, some new nutritional advice, some new food suggestions. So the key here for me is like little bites, little bits, right? Not a lot, just something that's very easily digestible so that you can incorporate it easily and not have to worry about rearranging your entire life, because that's just going to add more stress, and we're trying to not be stressed right now. Okay, so those are my suggestions for this week. And as a little bonus, I do a little PDF. It's nothing fancy smancy or nothing like that, but it does have the information about the cards that we pulled and kind of the overall message, and then I list those nutritional advice pieces and the food suggestions in there. And I also do a nice little bonus recipe for you to try out. If you want to do that, then please do so, and that link will be in the show notes for you. so that you can access that. And then, yeah, if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up if you feel like doing that. And you can subscribe to the channel if you want to hear more from me. And you can always click or smash or ring or whatever they say to do to that little bell thing. And if you want to be notified when I come out with a new video every week. And I just want to take a minute to send you all love and healing vibrations today. Please join me again next week. Please have the most wonderful week that you possibly can, and leave any comments down below. If you have any suggestions, I am so happy to hear them. And I will see you all again next week. Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.